All right, we are casting Bushy and
Bushenko
Windave.
and Windave. Okay, let
Ooh, finally
me.
get to yank that Bushy content. How the tables have turned.
Let's get deck lists loaded. Browse. Bushr. There's that one. And then we have
Windave.
Windave.
I enjoy Windave's Twitter presence. Don't know that much about him as a player, but I believe he is Team Nova. Bushy is TLG.
Okay. So I've got Bushy's list open
Yeah.
first. We've got Formation, Uprising, and Second Wind. Formation with no ball this time. We've got Barathans, Skellen.
Keep going.
God damn it. You really are 11. It's crazy.
I know, right? And I call Villa young. It's just fun that the way that it is shaped casting. But please go on.
Yeah. No ball. No spy package at all. He's playing Ramen for just crossbowmen. This is like a deck from last season with just a couple of tweaks.
This looks like something. Wait, no, hold on. He's running 3 poisons and morale. Okay, is this the deck that Cams was running?
I don't know. Was it?
I think he ran something similar, like Brathens in place of Damien. Otherwise, like the tactics deck. I don't remember whether he ran the poisons or not. But I guess he ran morale as well. So no, he must have.
Yeah, I think you're right. Next up, we have this Uprising list. We've got a Nero and AA, Falibor, Heatwave,
Surrender, Sheila, Double Frigate. These might be like
drummers.
Just something that like a set of lists that TLG like standardized. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this looks. I mean, the surrender is a little different, but aside from that, I guess the Heatwave's kind of weird out of NR.
A little weird. Although he's not playing Peller, so I think it's coverage for that.
Just have a defender answer.
Yeah.
Lastly,
I mean, it's defender or whatever you need it to be. Exiling like a big greatsword could be pretty good too.
And then lastly, we have Windave's lists.
Yeah. Fair. I don't think we need to discuss this Galaga list. So he has. Yeah, he's got a Lockdown as his first list. Lockdown Ball Spies. That is very top heavy. Plays a lot of 4s. So definitely going to be a little scary to draw everything you need to with that, but potentially strong against a number of lists. Yeah, I don't know. It's fairly similar to other lists, but like with a lot of provision downgrades and nothing like a fun.
He's Devotion with no 7 provision Devotion guy. That's not something you see a lot.
Oh, Fergus? Oh yeah, I guess Fergus is missing. He's opted instead for the Cupbearer.
Yeah, he's Devotion for Amnesty and Usurper.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Then we've got Redea midrange, just the last one, with Uprising and Amphibious Assault, using Decree instead of Oniromancy to sneak 2 provisions in there. Maybe get that Kira Metz up or Reynard Odo. Also playing Highwayman. Now that is not a card you see very often. That's like the bandit that deals 3 damage if something is armored and deals 1 otherwise, I think.
You sometimes see it in like Nilfgaard Redea decks, but yeah, not usually.
Basically
in the
a card
ones.
that's like, well, I needed 1 more bronze, and here's this. I will mulligan it every time.
It's an answer to a Czar, like a Scarab, which comes up sometimes, but like not anymore. So
I mean, yeah, I don't know about that in a deck running Falibor.
Yeah.
All right, well, cool. Yeah, very excited to see how these lists work out. Window's list being very uncommon compared to the other lists we've seen here, except for Skellige, which is identical.
Yeah. Do you think we're gonna see any Skellige gameplay?
No.
Okay.
I get like the Lockdown deck. on the one hand, is definitely worse in the mirror than it is in other places. Yeah, you brick their Afon, but like they have 5 more provisions than you.
Yeah.
But like you can't imagine that the lockdown deck actually beats Skellige, right? Like it doesn't really have the tools.
I feel like that's the case, but
maybe he's bold.
yeah.
And he is 2-1. Are these both people who are 2-1 or 3-0?
I didn't see.
Let me refresh the standings. Actually, no. These are both 1-2. So you might think, okay, these aren't like, the people who are going to win the tournament. But these are both players in the chopping block. Anyone who loses here is eliminated.
Fighting for their early tournament lives.
Or most likely eliminated. You'd have to be. You definitely don't go 1-3 and then be the highest 4-3.
Yeah, that's never happening. If they lose here, they're dead.
Yeah, this is the chopping block. This is high stakes game. It's do or die.
Indeed. We are just waiting to get our invite to the game. Just making sure.
So it could be the case that that our feature boy, Windave, has not actually banned Skellige and has a 1-2 record. Who knows?
Ooh. Maybe we get to see some exciting Skellige gameplay.
Everybody loves Skellige, especially their gameplay.
Especially their gameplay, yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty nothing sentence. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, well. Alright. Invites should be out. They are not.
Yeah, I haven't gotten one yet. Oh, there it is.
There it goes.
There we go. Hopping into game 1 of Bushr versus Windave. Remember to update my title this time.
I think the funniest part about this is that when it's starting, and I'm sure you're seeing this too, the card is slowly turning around, showing you your card back.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
I
I
haven't
have
been
like
paying
the
attention.
wolf card back coming up. Oh, right. So did they tell us things? And I just missed them? Yes. Okay, both banned SK. Bushy is starting.
Okay, so we are 8 for 8 on SK bans.
Yep. F4. Don't press F5.
Yeah, I was real careful.
Me too.
Okay. Got some mulligans coming out.
That was a mulligan. Wow, that was a weird second there where I'm like, did he just discard a card to start the match? But he's not even the one with the TA, so...
Are the leaders invisible for you? Oh, wait. I've got Anna just walking onto the battlefield now. Oh, there's the Geralt.
Yep, he came in a little late. I wonder if that has to do with player perspectives, right? Because like they show up when you or when you tab out, right? Or finish your mulligans.
No, they finish. Oh, do they only come out when you tab out, or is it when the game starts?
It's not when the game starts. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it is when you first look at the board. Let's say.
Ah, okay.
And so I don't know how it works for spectator mode. Is it whenever that player looks at the board for the first time?
Maybe. Okay, so we've got turn 1 AA into the Karak frigate for Bushr.
That is... I mean, I would be honestly shocked if that doesn't get locked immediately. Oh, nope. It does not, because Masquerade Ball is coming down immediately.
We're going hard. We got red coin. Bushr's got a Heaver. We want to try to get value out of this Masquerade Ball before the Heaver ends up in Bushr's hands. Unfortunately...
That gets heat waved, right?
There's a Heaver.
No. Oh,
wait.
He has Heaver and Heat Wave. I see.
Wait.
No, he doesn't.
Did he?
Hang on.
Did he just do Neuromancy? with the Heaver in his
He
hand.
Neuromantied thinking that it wasn't a
Oh
card in
no!
his hand.
Oh no!
This is what happens when you wake up at 4 in the or wake up for a tournament that starts at 4 in the morning, guys.
Oh no!
All right, new plan. Just get out of this round as fast as possible. Because you are dead if you don't.
Yeah, that's a sad one.
Yeah, this is probably going to be a turn 2 Curse Knight and then a pass.
Yeah.
Or turn 3
So
Curse Knight.
somehow this Masquerade Ball ends up working out for Windave, and yeah, just lock the frigate, poison the drummer, and I don't believe Bushr has Cod Kadak, unlike one of the other NR decks we've seen in this tournament so far. Yeah.
That would be incredible. The best Kid Kadak you could hope for.
Is the
Oh, so he does end up taking the Heaver.
does take it, is not too embarrassed by having not played Heaver the turn previous to not make the correct play. That's always good to see.
Fair. Here comes Vincent for the blowout. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be hard for Bushy to, you know, make it out of this round doing okay. Although there aren't that many good plays left in Windave's hand, he can play the Menno, and I guess he could potentially play the Amnesty if there's a target. But it seems unlikely there will be.
He played the Vincent melee,
Which does block the
Magni.
Magna division, which is perhaps questionable. I think it's just instinct to not row stack too hard. So if you're not like thinking about it, you just like play it on the other row. Cause you're like, yeah, I don't want to have 4 guys in the same row.
Sure. Oh, there's a surrender in Bushy's list. Never mind. Yeah.
Ah.
I
I
looked
mean,
for it too
still.
before I said anything, and I didn't see it. And then I looked again, and it's there. Whoops.
Bushy using the evolving card back. Although I'm gonna be real with you, I like Windave's card back better. Throwing that out there. Really like that first season of Magic one.
Yeah. It's an opinion. Can't criticize you for it. I mean, I can, but I won't.
Good. Because I'm right. Yeah, so the thing about playing that early Vincent, though, does mean that these Century and Enchantresses are pretty safe as compared to before, where you were always running the risk of getting like a mega blowout.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing the Invo on an already dealt with frigate is kind of strange, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of points, but you would expect the Invo to get better later.
We'll see. There is now a pass if Windave wants it to guarantee a long round, but not necessarily card advantage yet.
I'm not sure that's what Windave is looking for in the spot. I think he's willing to just like play another card down and try to win on even. Or at least get a card out of him.
I would expect Menno to come out here, but who knows for sure.
Yeah, this Menno,
I assume
Menno is bribery or joust.
Yeah, just like a Menno joust seems like a reasonable
decides
thing.
to go for the Brothans instead. That's
yeah.
It's aggressive, but if you think it's gonna win on even.
I mean, with your
this sets up the amnesty. I like this.
I mean, if you're Bushy, you just pass here, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You pass so that your opponent has to push, which he probably doesn't want to do. He's burned Invo without really getting more value. Vincent, Brathens, and Masquerade Ball all in round 1, and you burned an Echo card that you're getting back and a couple of 5s.
Yeah, that's fair. I was on the assumption that he wouldn't have minded pushing a card or 2 in round 2, but maybe that is a serious problem. Magna Division.
I mean, he probably plays the Magna Division just to see what happens.
Yeah. At the very least, it's what is his short round? His short round has
Sheila is kind of perfect. Okay. He's gotten rid of the Magna Division. All right, I guess that's a little better. Yeah, I do think that Bushy is probably going to lose a card here, just because like nothing really trades up to this formation immediately. Like if he had leader, he could Sheila and then boost once, and that would do it. But this is locked in.
Yeah. I mean, so Windave leads Karak Frigate, and then Bushy can AA for Royal Guards or a frigate of his own.
Oh, Yeah, although there's definitely probably a desire to keep A, but no, he does decide to just burn it here, realizing that it can be pretty important to stay ahead.
Yeah, he doesn't want to lose his card.
Yeah.
Now, Menno enables Amnesty? No,
No, it doesn't.
not quite. That has a point of armor.
He could try and just poison this down. There is a Cursed Knight to stop that, which is pretty useful. But it would still effectively lock the frigate.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course, you got to imagine if he's trying to push, he plays the tortoise pretty soon so that he can get that engine ticking.
Yeah, he ideally wants to play a soldier here, but decides it is more important to just poison down the frigate. So it's gonna take a while before we get another tick out of this frigate, because next turn I imagine it's just gonna be the second poison. Try to deny as much value from the opposing frigate as possible.
Although, if Bushy does play Cursed Knight,
yeah, then we get to immediately establish a soldier.
You know what? I could actually also potentially see. I'd have to do the math on this. Playing Sheila this turn, to try and set up Falibor to kill the frigate.
Yeah. This is just Menno. I guess we're playing the bribery out. Yeah.
Interesting. Finds Baron, which is pretty strong. A second frigate if he wants it in Visigurd.
Wow.
Let me look at the board, but Visigurd is probably not the pick. It's presumably Baron here.
I can't imagine it being. No, it's not the second frigate. It's gotta be Baron.
Yeah, right?
It's gotta be.
Bigbeard is a myth that filthy Nilfgaardians are crewing his Karak frigate. He's like one step away from Magetta out there. I thought it was hilarious that we met Magetta at Wild Hunt, and then he's like gone on this endless tirade against Nilfgaard, and he seems like such a chill guy.
Yeah,
he really hates Nilfgaard. All right, he's gone for the.
He's just one of those people
frigate.
that is a Twitter warrior.
Yeah, he's double frigate into just soldier spam. He is now more Northern Realms than our boy Bushr.
I guess this works. This is. I mean, now there's no golds in deck, right? So we are all in.
Yeah. Literally not a single golden deck. His highest provision cards are the Usurper, and after that, a dead Van Moorlam's Cover. Oh no, it's not dead. There's one more poison in the deck. But yeah, we do see the Falibor come down for Thickham's value.
Pretty solid. Gets ahead again. This Amnesty's still not doing much. We've got
a Neuromancy for surrender if that comes up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, these frigates are even worse than they look. There's the surrender just chilling. Yeah,
this is, I mean, he won on even, so the risk that Windave is taking is only the number of provisions he spends. So, it could be worse, I suppose.
Yeah, but we're gonna get into round 3. Busher's gonna have plenty of stuff in his deck, and Windave has just Usurper in his entire remaining cards.
Yeah, I mean, Bushy, aside from having Anseus, doesn't have the best deck either, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So this Baron...
Alright, there goes his next best card.
There we go. Now, ranged Baron gets ahead here? We have a reason to want to hold this Baron? No, right?
I don't think so. So the round 3 is basically going to be, is Usurper enough to just overpower everything Bushy does?
Yeah.
But yeah, you imagine it's something like, you play the ranged Baron, you see what Windave does. If he, I don't know how I feel about that as the poison target, but oh no, he just goes for the exile.
I guess that makes sense. Also not a card that's going to be getting a ton of value later.
True. In fact, it might be less valuable than Baron.
Yeah.
All right, here's a Purify.
So what's more valuable here? You're a Neuromancy to guarantee a gold. Oh, the Purify, never mind. Dungeon Hope, take point of bleed. So this is just a Neuromancy for surrender.
Yeah, I figure that's probably the case. Otherwise, the Neuromancy is just guaranteeing Unseus, but I don't know that that's better.
Mm-hmm. Well, you want to get ahead. There's...
Baron would get ahead if he played at melee and reset the Volunteer.
Oh, there's a point of boost over there. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, you definitely don't hold the Baron.
Yeah.
That's just suicide. But Windave does know that there's an Oneiromancy. He does opt to hold on to the Oneiromancy instead, presumably to dig out whatever gold he misses. And you can't imagine that Windave drops the... I mean, he can literally do the math. He knows that there's an Oneiromancy. He can see that it doesn't beat Surrender.
Yeah. Maybe he mulliganed the Oneiromancy. Maybe he just wanted to improve his round 3 draws.
5-head play, you know? Just ditch him Oneiromancy in round 2 so you can't get bled out of it. Despite the fact that it'd be the best card to hold in a bleed.
Yeah.
So Bushy not too sad about this, despite how round 1 played out. He is staring down a 14-point Usurper, but has at his disposal just generally better cards. I think this is really going to be a very close match here.
Possibly. It's going to depend exactly how well both players draw, but it feels like Bushr is drawing to much better cards, as we can see. Yeah.
Oh my god.
As we can see.
Literally full gold hand.
Huh,
with
not bad.
Surrender if he wants it, but presumably he doesn't. Oh, it seems that I clicked his deck and it overlapped the Illyrian Scytheman for Unseus.
Yep,
well,
did that for me
don't
too.
click the deck, I guess. That's the lesson here. Whew.
Oh, and you still got another mold. Okay.
Alright. What's that?
It's fine. It's fine. We've got a mag.
So remember what I was saying about this coming down to the wire? I'm a little less confident in that statement now.
No. These hands are identical in quality.
So, yeah, I mean, even just having the Unseus to instantly answer the Magna division.
That's not a problem. That's fine. He's got tourney jousts. He can Look at this.
Just probably look through Windave's deck and it's like literally nothing beats this.
Look at this. You get to Joust Prince. You get to play nice and unitless for a while. And then we go Anna, presumably. And now he's got to decide between jousting the Anna and jousting the Prince. What's this Oneiromancy doing? This Oneiromancy is... Radovid's Royal Guards?
Yeah, I would assume Radovid's Royal Guards. I mean, it is the biggest card in the deck, right? And Royal Guards makes there be a boosted unit anyways for Visigour to be 6 points. Although Visigour is also 6 points if he plays it now.
Yeah, this is
He does opt to take the Oneiromancy for Royal Guards.
So then Magni comes down this turn. It gets blapped by Prince. Visigour gets played and boosted, and I guess Bushr wins by 2.
Whew. Actually, yeah, it's still just barely.
Yep.
Playing unitless. Pretty good. 6-point Visigour. That is pretty sad. Alright, so Bushy takes game 1 by the skin of his teeth.
Indeed.
But that does mean that his mid-range NR gets through. Or semi-mid-range? Whatever you want to call it. His Uprising list gets through. So now it will be the the Nilfgaard list against the Nilfgaard and Redea list.
Mm-hmm. You're just gonna have to... Oh, there we go. Nice and quick. Hopping into the game. That was the first game.
I apparently have a message in a Discord. Who's pinging me at this time of night? Oh, this is like, I think, a team meeting thing or something.
Oh.
Oh, we have a new Legends of Runeterra player in
Congratulations.
Team Arantusa. Thanks. Anyways, match 2 does appear to be Windave has switched up to be playing his Northern Realms Redea list on blue, and Bushy now playing his Nilfgaard Tactics sort of Elder Bears list. Elder Bear singular list?
Elder Bear singular? Marl's
no, there's still
sort
two.
of
Morale's an Elder Bear too. So, yeah, still playing that out.
Okay. Waiting on... Yep, one more mulligan there.
McBeard, to answer the question of where am I that it's this time of night, it was pretty much night when I started. It still feels like night to some extent.
Oh no.
Even though there's a lot of daylight.
Did
I'm still in New York.
Did you get to sleep?
Yeah, I slept.
Okay.
I slept from like, I don't know. I think I probably like actually managed to go to sleep by midnight, so I got like a good wholesome 5 hours of sleep.
Could be worse. Could be worse.
Yeah.
Proactive Mauler coming down, and now Bushr.
Very standard NG or NR opening.
Probably.
I like to believe that there's like that kind of like standardness that like you like is so well established, like you see in like chess games, you know. Just like, yep, there's the Mauler opening. We've seen this from the French.
Yeah, we got the Mauler opening from NR. We've got the Larva opening for Monsters. The Magni for Nilfgaard.
The whatever you want from Skellige. I guess Blacksmith is now the thing to open with.
Yeah.
Although Twirsec Invader is not the worst opener either.
Does decide to just get down the Pinger rather than the Magna Division. So we can take his armor off.
Does Bushy play Amnesty? He does not.
Yeah, no.
So he's not threatening Amnesty. He's just basically threatening to kill that if he doesn't burn his damage on armor or something. Which means that we're still getting a wholesome 7 for 5 on this guy.
And because there's no Amnesty, we can take this very aggressive Kira.
Not to mention, not only is there no Amnesty, but there is, perhaps more shockingly, no Vincent.
Ooh.
Unpunishable.
Unpunishable. Also, no way to deal 3 with Alba Spearman not currently online.
Unless it's already spying. Or I guess he could do Mage Infiltrator, which it does seem like is what he's going to opt for.
Aggressive.
Yeah, this is pretty much the polar opposite of the round 1 we saw between Semper and Poisson.
Yeah, we got a fight going on here. Wow.
Yeah.
Kira into Odo.
Yeah, Windave pretty much saying, I'm winning this round. Which,
Bushr doesn't really want... Oh, okay, there we go. A little slower.
Yeah, Bushr's like, hold on. I can play an engine too. It's a little smaller, but it's a good engine. We could see an Anna Stranger coming down here, or just a Boiling Oil.
Notably, this Magni makes the Marl not something that Bushr wants to play in round 1 now. Oh, not anymore.
Just kidding.
Immediately taking the Boiling Oil.
Yeah. Bushy still can slow play it a little bit. And it looks like that is what he's going to do with the Dythman Arbalist. Choose to bleed Reynard Odo instead of just negating the Vitality. I guess indicating that he is actually looking to kill it. Yep. Or maybe he's just planning to slap some poison at the Jin.
Probably. And the 3 damage from the Spearman now threatens to kill the Odo after the 2 bleed ticks resolve.
Sure. Yeah. Looks like he is going to opt to just deal the take his 3 damage now. Certainly, if Windave passes, it doesn't take a huge commitment to catch up. Although it might. Ooh, actually, is that Fion? I guess he could decree for something, or is burn a leader charge with fangs, which is probably more likely.
Yeah.
But I mean, if
Looks
Bushy
like
makes it out of this round with a win, he is very happy. And Windave is looking a little awkward because everything in his hand is like loaded.
Yeah, stuff that he doesn't really want to waste. That's always one of the issues with these NR decks, is you've only got so many big plays to make.
You have to draw the right power level of cards at the right time.
Yep.
It's not even just dig, because you have to also be able to contest round one.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
You gotta imagine it's either the Honest Stringer or the Vissigurd, and it's just a question of which one. Oh, he goes for the Baron, figuring that he's not gonna get great value from it later, and at least can get some points on Reynard now.
Yeah, keep that Odo alive. Could be big.
There is a 19-point difference here, which is not nothing.
Is not nothing. That, notably, Marl plus the Poison Bronze would work, even if I guess the Marl can't die, but that would be 19 plus the Bleed Tick.
No,
Oh,
I don't believe
20.
that does do it. Yeah,
20.
sorry, I was counting the Bleed Tick.
I was not counting the Bleed Tick.
Does go for the poison. Is Windave confident that this is not a good route for Bushy? So he could play Morale and just like use one charge and take the round after having spent considerably fewer provisions.
Yeah, and so that's just a leader
Does
charge.
appear to be what he's gonna do.
Still fine.
Yeah. Now, does Bushy bleed here? If he draws Hefty Helga, I think there's a decent chance he does. If he doesn't draw Hefty Helga, seems unlikely.
Both players drew their Bomb Heaver. Just taking some mulls on some 4P cards.
Draws a Magnet Division.
Magnet's not the worst card.
Is this good enough to bleed? And do you actually want to bleed this NR list?
Man, it is so scary going to round 3 against Uprising.
Yeah. I mean, especially like there's still this Honest Stringer here. He's got Redea on Seis to answer things. There's a Falibor in deck and an Amphibious Assault that still hasn't been seen. There's still a lot of power in Windave's side.
Answering the Helga is kind of hard for Busher. There's no, like... there's an Invo to take care of it kind of cleanly.
Sorry, answering the what?
The Helga. I got players mixed up.
The Honest Stringer?
I was talking about the Helga in Busher's deck. How much of a threat that it is. There's no, like, really clean answer to the Helga.
I thought that's what you meant until
I was looking at the wrong deck.
Well, then you can invo it. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I mean, you can always play it and then choose to save it for later, I guess.
You cannot invo your own Helga. Not recommend. So, ramming into Magni in order to get something to push with.
Yeah, Carrick City Guard is looking pretty sweet here. It can mess up the Magnet Division pretty well, acts as an engine in the meantime. Could also just opt for the Royal Guards and try and blow things up. Or get that Honest Stringer ticking. Not sure really how much we're going to see from Bushy this round. He could decide to really, go all out. Drop like Fion, Stefan, and maybe then two-drop Menno and do a double bribery to try and finish it off. But that would be a pretty huge commitment.
Yeah, there's no Purify in Windave's list. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think so. He's got the movement, but that's about it.
Yeah. So this defender either gets moved or gets to protect Skellen. Or I guess, like, theoretically, maybe Redea and Seis kills the defender, and then he has enough boosted units to Vissigurd? That's never gonna happen. Yeah.
Pulls the Helga and puts it melee? Okay, no, sorry. I thought I saw the Magnet Division move over for a second. I'm like, why would you do that? But yeah.
Interesting. So I imagine this means... What does this mean?
So this is kind of strange because this means that if you play Fion, your Stefan can't only copies the
Yeah, it only copies the battle prep. So you'd want to
the
play
battle
the
prep.
Skellen first, but you don't
Do
want
you?
to play the Skellen before the
Yeah.
Defender.
Yeah, I don't know what the plan is here. Maybe he just figures that the 2 charges are enough, and then it can still
Maybe.
play Skellen later.
I just feel like you want the Defender into the round that you're Skellening.
Now, Visigurd is an interesting choice. Choosing to try and take out this, or take out the shield at least, on this hefty Helga. You imagine that what his plan is that he can hold another one in case there's a joust response, or okay, he does decide to eventually take the second one, maybe even threatening Falibor.
Yeah, I mean, with the Defender, it doesn't really matter too much. He probably doesn't bait out a leader charge, but that's assuming that he plays the Defender this turn, which...
Yeah, I mean,
I'll-
it's definitely possible we see the Defender and Skellen anyways.
Yeah, just
Just as
Skellen
like
for the battle prep
for
plus a
10
charge.
plus the 2. Yeah, it's probably not the worst. And we do see Defender coming down here, and I guess Bushy can make his decision later as to whether he wants to commit Skellen as well. Probably it will have to depend on how... Oh, he's actually expecting his Fion to get answered. Interesting.
What is the card that would answer it?
Maybe he's just anticipating Redea on Seis, or
That's
I
true.
don't know. There's the Redea. But that Redea is not actually good. Like,
Yeah. I mean, it lets you
as
kill...
long as Fion is there, who cares?
It lets you kill the Magni instead, maybe?
Yeah, sure. There's definitely a reasonable case to be made for passing here. So does that let Windave take it with something else? I don't think so, right? He still has to commit either Ana or Anseis.
Yes. No, because he has the Verdea thingy. Engineering solution.
Oh, Carrot Guard gets him 1 point ahead. Okay.
You can also... Yeah.
And of course he has leader charges, so he could always do that.
Yeah.
Does opt to take the pass though.
Yeah. Now, so we can protect the Skellen with leader charges. As long as...
Anseis can't get big enough.
Yeah. And with no Royal Guards remaining, it's going to be tough to make Anseis big enough, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that would immediately, like, you can play an AA to stick a buffer.
Oh, you know what? Carrick City Guard does require leader charge as well. I was forgetting to count the Magna Division.
Oh, true.
Alright, not a terrible bleed overall. Did lose Ramon and Fion, but got the Redea, which is pretty crucial. And got a little bit of other stuff too. Visigurd getting out is the worst.
Yeah, I would say that went reasonably well for the Uprising deck.
Not to mention, he's playing into one of the big lose conditions for Uprising, which is not drawing everything at the right time.
Yeah.
And running a bunch of unsynergistic bronzes.
Okay, there's
But
the
there is a
Falibor.
Falibor that just showed up, so that's going to help.
We're missing AA. AA's pretty big.
Yep, that Lyrian Scytheman is not what you want to see. Well, actually, it's not that bad here.
Fine. You still got leader charges. There's Nana. This could be worse.
Yeah, I mean, especially if this frigate goes off, you could be looking at a lot of bodies.
And do you ever invo the frigate? No, there's still an Anna that you can't deal with otherwise? I don't know. I mean, Anna and frigate are sort of similar in the amount of points they generate.
If you saw a decree, I'd say you just invo the Onsays
Yeah.
and then play it for more points than the NR player did.
Does just take the invo.
Someone's
Okay.
commenting that this feels like Animal Planet, which fair. The NR player stalks his prey, testing the waters with a frigate.
Oh man. Well,
This does also mean that we have to see another weird proactive play from Windave. But he dropped the Kadwani Sergeant? I guess so.
what
How good is that?
what answers the Ansays at this point? Joust deals 4. Bribery, potentially? Bribery's concerned.
Yeah, I think you're just concerned about like random shit happening to it.
Bribery makes games weird. Ooh.
Well, that I didn't expect.
Ooh. I
Playing
didn't expect using a
around
charge
Joust?
either. Yeah.
Okay. So this means it's now safe to drop Stefan and do max charges. Because there's no way to get Onsace able to duel it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he could also potentially play Magna Division now. I don't know how much he cares about getting a big Magna Division. Does opt to play Magna Division. I assume he's not boosting it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just that getting that online is a little bit more urgent. And now I imagine this has to be the Anna turn. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's not planning on having his Onsace duel anything, which means that. Just gonna click this deck. Yeah, there's literally no way for this Stefan to be stopped, even if he doesn't boost it.
Bushr knows immediately. Wow.
I imagine he just right-clicked his deck and or checked the deck list. It's like, yep, that's not happening.
No hesitation though. That's
Wasn't even waiting for the boost from Anna on that Onsace. I guess he's trying to set up the Falibor now. All right, let's see. Bribery, what you got? Redea for flat 8. Carrick Frigate for nothing. So I guess you just take the 8 and be happy.
I don't know how happy you are, but you take the 8.
I mean, 8 points is fine.
Could be worse. You're really looking for something to deal with this Anna. Huh. Wow, Bribery is such a good card. I imagine Ballista deal a point to the Anna. Yeah.
Though that does play into Falibor harder. Well, you got leader charges, you'll be fine.
Yeah, not a problem.
And he's gonna do that, yeah.
Just hold the last charge. You can read a couple more Magnetics.
Yeah, so Bushy has 7, 14, 19 points remaining, which is more than Windave? Is this a tie? No, the Ballista ticks. Never mind. We got 21 points. We're good. Bushy should have this one.
Okay.
Unless I have
I'm not doing any math. Whatever happens, happens.
That's fair. Just go with the flow, man.
Exactly.
Andy denies it. Yeah, green. Yeah, that's pretty good.
One more Magnetic.
Yeah, this Lyrian Scytheman instead of AA is just not gonna do it.
Yeah.
If that was Lyrian Scytheman with AA, oh man, get that extra 5 points. I think that's a win. Yeah. Alas. Bushy sneaking out that win right there, playing around basically everything that Windave was able to do with the hand he had. Huh. Just barely eking it out.
Indeed. And I believe that makes it Bushr winning the series 2-0?
Yeah, that should be a 2-0. Because he beat the lockdown list at first, right? Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. I guess that's a
wrap
for us. Hope you guys enjoyed our cast. We've got plenty of other English casts you guys can watch. Seely's running a cast, Spiro's running a cast, and I believe next round Specimen will be back, I think.
Spyro is also casting right now, I think.
Spiro's currently casting, yeah.
Yeah. And Specimen may or may not be.
Specimen's not currently. I think I had this round off. I think I read something in caster chat.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well.
Oh, and then Shinmiri Aparo start next round.
Oh, that's what it is.
Maybe it's them. Yeah.
So yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah. If you want to plug your YouTubes or Twitches or whatever you do.
Whatever I do. I don't know. I'm currently reworking the site, or it's part of the site for Team Artiza. Check out their stuff. They're cool. I don't really make a lot myself except for articles sometimes. And occasionally casting with people like our boy Trinet here. But yeah.
Cool. Well, it was good to have you. I imagine we'll be back tomorrow over top 16. I'm not really sure how the top 16 cast is working.
I'll definitely want to find out sooner rather than later so I know when to set my alarm. But yeah. Yep, it's 6 a.m. tomorrow, so I'll be back at the same time tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by. Catch you guys then.
Indeed. Okay, I'm going to send this host over to Seely. Hope you guys have fun there. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.